time ago, in a land far, far away, Bedbloxia, the planet, was struck by cold weather and winter storms. The natives were trying to farm dinos and train them to become pets of their own, but they were failing miserably. They were just starting out and learning, but until one giant thing happened in the land of the land. Something crazy nobody had ever seen happen before. Something crazy. A player. The player quickly started exploring his surroundings. He became aware of the iron generator and the shopkeepers. The player would eventually become very smart and learn how to take over. But that's not yet. He's gonna collect his iron now. He thinks it's soap, but it's iron. And he's just gonna sit there for a while like all new players do. The player is just gonna jump out or jump around and dance, and then he will eventually buy a stone sword, and that will mark the next major event. A new player joins. Conflict will happen between the natives and the players, and we already know what happens. Yeah, it doesn't look too good for the players or the natives. The players have taken over completely. They wiped out pretty much everybody. But that's fine, right? The storm is not easing down and Christmas is near. The jolly spirit is around. The natives have already built a pretty nice camp. They have their own statue that they worship to. They call it the Statue of Christmas, but whatever, it's not really the Statue of Christmas. But yeah, it's not the Statue of Christmas. Christmas is in 3 days, and then the players start fireballing the players' base. This will not end well for the players at all because their statue and their main base is gone. Everything is missing, and the players must do something. I mean, the natives. But they're just gonna commit suicide. Then, after many years of flat-out war, the players come up with a giant idea. The bomb. This will not end well at all. For many years, bombing is just a very common thing. Players stay inside, natives stay inside, but mostly the natives just die, because that's usually what happens. The players eventually come out after all the war, but bombing is still going on. The landscape is being exploded completely. The Christmas spirit is going around, and Christmas trees are being made by the players. Look at this one at the center of the world. Players are training for something bigger though. Some barbarians are training for war. They've got some pumpkins and hay bales stacked on top of each other. He's even practicing his trash aim. That's just great. But what they're really preparing for is the big war. Many players have gathered outside what they call war base, whatever this castle thing is. And it's not going to end well because it's a kind of a trap now. They're going to start getting exploded by helicopters. Well, isn't that just a great way to end this? Yeah, 2 helicopters and a bunch of guys with nothing. That's just great. This is gonna end like the nuke, isn't it? And indeed it will. This is probably the end of the world. But it gets better from here because watch as all these players who thought they could invade a freaking castle die to their death. This was expected, wasn't it? And there goes all the players. But that isn't the end, because they're just gonna continue trying to run away. Some of the players will make it away, but mostly the whole world is just divided up. And now Christmas is coming soon. Very soon indeed. So the remaining players are just gonna try to fight back, but it's not gonna do anything because it's a helicopter, isn't it? Right? The players will scream for help as black holes just consume them and carrot launchers eat away at the floor. Yeah, not looking too good anymore. The defenders had even gotten hot air balloons and were dropping TNT bombs all over the remaining survivors. The helicopters and everybody. The hot air balloons eventually left behind anybody hiding out. So people survived, and it looked like it was the end for most of the population. A couple of survivors decided to invade a base, but they got blown up by landmines. The remaining survivors tried to wait out the rest of the day because Christmas is coming, and they made up a camp with the remaining resources they had. It was pretty comfy, but they knew they were gonna have to leave one day. And they were gonna have to leave soon because the winter was getting colder and colder. Every day grew cold. It was about -5 degrees Fahrenheit, and the monsters in the cold were killing people. Right here, some poor little man died to a giant beast, but they were pretty safe. They tried building houses, but they didn't have much stuff, so they just decided to leave. They got on their dinos, and they left the next day. But today was Christmas. So, it was Christmas Day, and they didn't even give the people gifts. Nobody got gifts at all. Isn't that just horrible? But here's them leaving officially. They're leaving the snowy tundra. They don't know where they're gonna go. They eventually end up in the desert, but for some reason, snow is still falling. But they eventually build houses to keep themselves out of the cold, so they should be safe from whatever is out in the desert. Look at this guy, he made a house. Isn't that so cool? They still have to put furniture in their homes because that's gonna be pretty helpful. Eventually, later that day, they go to sleep and they wait for Christmas to pass because they're just not gonna get any gifts. But something really unexpected happens. They get a little visitor. His name is the Grinch, and he's trying to ruin Christmas. He's gonna break the Christmas tree, and he's gonna ruin everybody's remaining Christmas time. Well, isn't that just great? People have already been dying. The population has been almost wiped out many times. And this dude is just gonna come in and dip after he's mined the part of the Christmas tree he wants. Santa is not coming to town, guys. And there he is spying on him, man. And just leave. The next morning. Oh, good morning, everybody. It is the day after Christmas. Isn't that just great? Why are you saying Merry Christmas, blood? You are not in. Oh no, my tree, and where's my gifts? The gifts are all gone. The tree, not the tree. Bro, I think the tree is the least of your worries, bro. It better be the least of your worries. Who could have done this? No, the tree, bro. And how is it freezing in the desert? Bro is gonna investigate. Okay, well, let's investigate, I guess. Where are we gonna go? Yes, Mr. Bacon Hair, where are we going? We're gonna build all the way out to the island. Okay, Mr. Bacon Hair. I think I see somebody out there. We should go get him. Maybe that's the culprit? The Bacon Hair asks, did you do it? And the robot replies hostilely. So, the Bacon Hair attacks him. And this will not end well. At least it doesn't look like it will. Bacon Hair is gonna combo him because he thinks the robot did it. He's gonna start building up. And bro really just respawned. Bro had 2 lives. Used the totem of undying. The Bacon Hair finally is going to end the life of the robot and not die on the day after Christmas. That's when the Bacon Hair gets really mad and he goes out to the middle of the desert and he finds the one man who he thinks probably could have done it. The Titan. He doesn't know what it is, but it looks pretty powerful, so he just charges in without knowing anything. And that's when an unsuspected visitor will visit Mr. Bacon Hair. He goes by the name of, let's say, Mr.